she did, yes. I appreciate her. I'm sure she does too.
Yeah.
She how she feeling? She nervous about it. Do you think she's nervous? She's okay?
She's alright. She was rushing in one day,
Yeah.
and I'm like, why did
I saw her yesterday, but I didn't see her today. So hopefully she's
I saw
okay.
your post, and then she didn't even see your post, and I saw her in the back, and I showed her, and she's like, oh, I didn't even see that. She doesn't even see my post.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, because I'm trying to get this
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who haven't had a chance to find your seats, please do so. We're going to go ahead and get started. I want to welcome everyone here tonight. My name is Chad Glover. I have the privilege of serving as the Executive Director of Opportunity DeKalb. Thank you so much to all of you for joining us tonight on this night of celebration of our graduates and a very important evening for our organization. I want to start out by thanking First United Methodist Church of DeKalb for their kindness in hosting this event. The church has been a phenomenal partner for us, not just this evening, but over the course of the last couple years as we built out what we were doing, including the use of the church's commercial kitchen as a launch pad for some of the food businesses that are going through the program. So Pastor Jonathan Crail is in the back, as so many pastors here. As is the case, what I find with so many pastors in DeKalb, they're multi-talented. So Jonathan's also doing the AV for us tonight. So Jonathan, thank you so much as well to the other members of the congregation that are here tonight. So I'm thrilled to join you in celebrating this incredible milestone, and I do come tonight filled with both gratitude for the past and hope and for the future. Today we honor not just the achievements of our graduates, but also their courage, determination, and vision. Shortly you'll hear from our board president, Glenn Roby, as well as our director of programming community development, Danita Sims, who also served as the instructor of the academy. Danita also has her lovely daughter, Charlotte, here tonight. Charlotte has often acted as a photographer of the academy, so if you see some of our photos online, some of them have been taken by Charlotte, so thanks, Charlotte. Like any story, there's a point of departure, and for us, it really goes back to late summer of 2017, when then Mayor Jerry Smith and the DeKalb City Council launched the Annie Glidden North Revitalization Planning Process. Which was a year-long process that involved a task force and a lot of community involvement to come up with goals for what we wanted the future of DeKalb to look like. We're fortunate to have Mayor Smith here tonight. Jerry, thank you for your leadership. We also have Alderman Mike Verbick here tonight, and Alderman Verbick. Thank you for your support. We were talking before, and Mike is the only member of the city council that was in his role both in 2017 when the task force started and remains in office today. So Mike, thanks for all your support. So after that task force wrapped up, some of us that were very involved thought, okay, what do we do next? How do we continue to move forward the goals in the plan? We didn't want the plan to sit on the shelf. So we came together to form Opportunity DeKalb with a goal to work in collaboration with others to achieve the goals of the plan. So we were an all-volunteer group, and in the first couple years, we tried to contribute in a variety of different ways. Probably our most significant achievement in the first few years of our organization was advocacy for what became an $800,000 reinvestment in Welsh Park, which some of you are familiar with, but for those that are not, it's just a couple blocks away from here. It's a beautiful park, and I think one of the most important physical locations to the future of DeKalb. And in the last couple years, we've spent quite a bit of time in Welsh Park at events, talking with people, getting to know people. In fact, I would invite all of you to join us at a Fun Jam in the Park event this summer, which starts tomorrow night from 5 to 7 and continues every Tuesday through July 22nd. There's games and activities, there's food, there's live music. We had the privilege of partnering on that event with the DeKalb Police Department and a number of other organizations, Black Ink, the Break Room and Friends, the DeKalb Park District, and others. So I guarantee if you come out, it'll be a good time. So we'll look forward to seeing you if you decide to join us. While we were making a contribution as an organization, we were growing frustrated that we were not achieving the goals really at the level that we had set out to do. And for a variety of reasons, most importantly, the number of people that we met in the community over the last couple of years who I would say were entrepreneurial in the most fundamental sense, that we're here in DeKalb to get from where they are in life to where they want to be for themselves and their families. Many of the people we met out at Welsh Park and other places were working on businesses or had business ideas. In some cases, something they wanted to be a very successful side gig to supplement their regular full-time job. In other cases, something that they had a dream to become their full-time focus. So we determined that entrepreneurship really was going to become our core focus. So we set out and did about a year of research, had a lot of conversations with organizations around the country, and I do want to recognize some people that were very, very instrumental during that time. And I'll start with Cindy Green Deutsch and Leslie Flores, who are here from Old National Bank. Cindy is local. Leslie drove in from Chicago tonight for the ceremony. Thank you so much. Thank you. What started as a Zoom call about 2 years ago, and I can only imagine what Leslie thought after the first Zoom call, because we were all over the map about what we wanted to do. But Leslie evidently saw something in us and was kind enough to make some very important introductions for us, including to some organizations that she had worked with across the Midwest that had made entrepreneurship center to their community revitalization work. We learned a great deal from those organizations. And Leslie and Cindy, thank you so much for Old National support. We got a chance to have a nice visit earlier today, and we're appreciative of your continued support moving forward. So thank you very, very much. We also had a chance to build a relationship with a very important national organization called Rising Tide Capital, which is based in New Jersey and has made entrepreneurship center to their work in New Jersey. And then during the Obama administration, President Obama had recognized their work and pointed communities toward their example to study. And I reached out to them about a year and a half ago, and they responded, where are you from? And I'm like, DeKalb, Illinois. And they're in Chicago, and they're in a lot of large cities like Los Angeles and Houston and Miami, places like that. And that started a conversation that ultimately culminated in us becoming the 18th community partner of Rising Tide Capital in the United States. So it's a very select and elite group that we're a part of, that we've got to learn from, that Danita and I have had the good fortune to spend quite a bit of time, and that became instrumental to us launching the Community Business Academy. Our own breakthrough moment, though, really came courtesy of the leadership of the city of DeKalb. And the city of DeKalb came in with a catalytic investment in the program, which allowed us to bring Danita on and have her go through the training with Rising Tide and become our instructor. And I know, I have confidence in looking at our graduates, all of them would tell you how important Danita has been, how valuable she is, and how we need to support Danita going forward. So that was a really critical moment. I want to thank City Manager Bill Nicholas, who's here tonight. Bill, thank you very, very much. DeKalb Mayor Cohen Barnes, City Community Services Coordinator Jennifer Yoakum, again the DeKalb City Council, Alderman Verbick, thank you again. We couldn't be where we're at right now without the city's belief in what we were doing and their support. So thank you very, very much. Really, really appreciate it. I do want to also say something about Bill specifically as well, because Bill, in addition, spent time on our board of directors. And in the last few years, and we all need people in our lives who are along our side, who will sometimes tell us things that we don't want to hear, but we need to hear. But we listen to them, we learn from them because we know that they have our back. And I really feel that way about Bill. I know our whole board does feel that way about you. Thank you so much for being somebody I could turn to and get the truth from. I really, really appreciate all your support, Bill. I want to recognize our current board of directors that are here tonight. Our board president, Opportunity DeKalb board president, Glenn Roby, who you'll hear from shortly. Our vice president, Ellingsworth Webb, EW, where you at? Out there. Our other board members, Karen Baker is here, back in the back, Karen. We also have Mike Pitsley and Will Heinisch, who are not able to be with us tonight. We're also taking a very important step as an organization in spinning off Breakthrough Business as a separate organization. And I want to recognize the people who are part of the steering committee and initial board of that organization. Gip Seaver, Gip is in the back. Gip is going to serve as our chair. Gip also spent time on the Opportunity DeKalb board. Norm Walzer was here for a while. I think he might have had to leave, but Norm is a part of that group as well. Glenn, and then also Melissa Amidio from the DeKalb County Economic Development Corporation. So thank you for all of your support. I'm excited about what we can do together moving forward. I want to recognize also some other funders, First National Bank of Omaha, Resource Bank, DeKalb Township Government, and the Kishwaukee United Way, who've also provided us some funding to allow us to move things forward. Additionally, some organizations that have provided in-kind assistance, the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce, the DeKalb County Community Development Corporation, DeKalb County Government, Kane County Government, Kishwaukee College, Final Fades Barbershop, here at First United Methodist Church, New Hope Missionary Baptist Church, Project Hope, NIU, Passion Pursuit, and the Rock Covenant Church, where we had our ceremony in the fall. So as you can tell, we've had a great deal of support in a variety of different ways, and we're very, very appreciative of that. This marks an important chapter both for our graduates and for our organization. We're excited to continue recruiting for our third cohort, which we plan to start later this summer. Word of mouth has been our best recruitment tool. So for everybody here in the room tonight, if you know someone that's working on a business and would like to have an experience to help them advance the business forward, please refer them to us. I got a chance to visit with somebody tonight who may be interested, which was great in coming into the fall cohort. To our graduates in particular, completing the Business Academy is a testament to your commitment. Danita will recap the Academy shortly, but having got to know all of our graduates over the course of the last several months, I can't think of a better group to have had the experience with. It's a group of people that you can really get behind and believe in, a group of people that is very supportive of one another while they're all trying to advance their own businesses. So we're excited to see what the future holds for all of you. So I'll close by just sharing a little bit about, Jonathan, if you want to go to the next slide before I turn over to Glenn. There we go. So I don't know how well you can see this, so I'll touch upon this very, very briefly. And these are the components of where we're going next with Breakthrough Business. So the Breakthrough Community Business Academy is the core component of what we're doing. So that's for entrepreneurs in our community that have made at least one sale of a product or service before they entered the academy, like all of our graduates here tonight did. What we've recognized, though, is we've had a lot of people from the community that have approached us that have business ideas, but they haven't made a sale yet. So what we're working on in partnership with others is an offering that we're going to call Breakthrough Idea to Income. So if you happen to know somebody that has an idea, but they haven't made a sale yet, we'd like to provide some support to them, both to help them advance their business, but also potentially become future participants in the Business Academy. Our support for our graduates is not going to end with the academy, so we plan to see all of you a lot moving forward. The suite of support that we want to provide for the graduates, we're calling Business Assistance Services, or BAS for short. We're working with a number of partners regionally and nationally that can involve one-on-one coaching, something that we're going to call the help desk, where you would be able to reach out to people that have subject matter expertise in certain topics to get some feedback on a particular part of your business. Also collaborating with other organizations in the community, like the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce. I see Anna in the back there, the DC EDC, the Small Business Development Center. So helping you plug into existing resources. We're also actively talking with additional partnerships with NIU as well, and potentially KISH, as we've had good conversations with Lucretia as well. So look more to come on that soon for all of you. We also know that in other communities, we'll now be working with 25 entrepreneurs between the fall and the spring cohorts. Eventually in the other communities, what that often leads to is a physical property redevelopment that can become home to the businesses that are working with us, either help incubate their business or to become a full-time location. So that's something we hope that we can do here over time. So we're working actively toward that. We also know that to advance your business, you're going to need access to capital, investment in your business when you get to a point to grow it. We were having some conversations. Actually, Elijah and I were talking a little bit about that tonight before we got started. So more to come on that in the future too, but just know that the investment you're going to need in your businesses, we're hopeful to be valuable in that respect too. The last thing is, although we're focused on adults 18 years and older, we've had a lot of people reach out to us about youth in our community and how we might be able to be a partner to creating a pipeline involving youth. We started in that direction in the spring. We had a partnership with NIU. We had one-day workshops at the NIU College of Business for both middle school students and high school students. For the middle school students, it was to help them communicate an idea that they had. And then for the high school students, it put them in the role of investor to help them evaluate an idea that was presented to them. That culminated in a community event at New Hope Baptist Church in partnership with Project Hope, where the kids came and displayed their posters, and the high school students came and evaluated them, and we had graduates from the Breakthrough Academy also have tables at that event. So that's something we want to continue in the future. We're very excited to had a lot of great conversations with the DeKalb School District, with Amana Quinette Parker and Maurice McDavid, who's the incoming principal at the new Mitchell Elementary School, which I'm sure everybody is familiar with now, the site of the old NIU nursing building, which really has a chance to be a transformative project in the neighborhood and for the entire city as a whole. So again, thank you to everybody for all of your support. Look forward to visiting you more with afterwards and in the future. But at this time, I'm going to hand it off to our board president, Glenn Roby. Glenn?
Well, we have come to this moment in the lives of our graduates. I thank you all for honoring me with your commitment to your ideas and allowing me to be a part of that process. To the graduates, they know me as Shady J. We've had some simulations that were part of the curriculum that Danita taught that was designed to kind of help the graduates understand what it means to work with reputable institutions and people and not so reputable institutions and people. And I was able to facilitate the role of Shady J, so I was one of those not so good people to learn from. And I know that they're ready. And how do I know they're ready? The first simulation that I filled that role, I had a few people that came and did business with me. Second time, not a single person. So they figured it out. So I want to thank you. A housekeeping note and a personal note. I had a ring that has fallen off my finger, so if anyone sees a ring laying around on the floor somewhere, please let me know. All right, now to my more formal comments. Again, good evening. Like I said, this is truly a powerful moment To our graduates, congratulations, you did it. You took a courageous step and said yes to your dreams. You showed up week after week, and you poured yourselves into building something real. Something that reflects your talent, your hustle, and your vision. It is no small thing to believe in yourself, and in no small thing to finish what you started. You inspire all of us. Before I continue, I'd like to thank members of the Opportunity DeKalb Board and the Breakthrough Business Group. Thank you for your continued service to those two organizations and fostering more entrepreneurs. To our team of volunteers and mentors, you made this journey possible. Thank you for bringing your expertise, patience, and deep belief in the potential of our community. Special thanks to Danita Sims and Chad Glover. And of course, the many family members and friends that are here to support our graduates. Thank you for being a part of their and our system. You reminded them that they were not alone. Tonight, we celebrate new business owners, new ideas, new energy for our local economy. But as board president of Opportunity DeKalb and board member of Breakthrough Business, I want to speak plainly about what it takes to keep this going. Not just for today's graduates, but for the next cohort and the many cohorts to come after them. We need continued investment, continued belief, continued backing from individuals, from institutions, and from leaders at every level. The Breakthrough Community Business Academy is not just a program, it is a launch pad. It is a proven engine of economic mobility, and it works, but it cannot run on inspiration alone. It needs resources. Sorry, this is a passion point for me. It needs partners who understand that we invest in people, when we invest in people, with ideas, with passion, with lived experience, and with investing in a more inclusive and resilient local economy. The truth is, some of our most promising entrepreneurs are not sitting in offices, in our office towers. They're sitting right here. They're home bakers, mobile barbers, child care providers, clothing designers, mechanics, tech inventors. They are rooted in this place, and we give them tools and training and community that rise and they will build. But for every seat we fill in this academy, there are many people waiting, ready to learn, ready to grow, ready to build something that matters. So tonight, I invite everyone here, every funder, every civic leader, every neighbor, to see this graduation not as an end, but as a call. A call to keep showing up, to keep giving, to keep spreading the word, to keep making room at the table for new businesses, new voices, and new dreams. Let us not be the generation that celebrated hope and then walked away. Let us not be the generation that sustained it, that grew it, that said yes to the future, built from the ground up by the people who live and love in this community every day. Graduates, you are proof of what is possible, and now it is our job to make your momentum and dreams come true. Congratulations. Keep going. We believe in you. I believe in you. And our community believes in you. Keep going and never, never stop believing in yourselves. Because that's what it's all about. All my best to you and your families. God bless. Thank you.
I almost teared up. Okay, Glenn. All right. Can we get an amen? I don't know. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Danita Sims. I always skip that part. Or Coach Danita to some of you. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so glad your families are here. This is a time of celebration. Okay, we made it in the room, right? So whatever we forgot, if we got ashy elbows, it's okay. We made it in the room. It's okay. I'm so proud of our graduates today. I just wanted to share one statement before I go into the rest of my slides. But our first cohort in the fall included 9 graduates. Some of them are in the room. I'm so proud of them. Tonight, we're going to celebrate 16 graduates from Opportunity DeKalb. Yes, 16. 16. From Opportunity DeKalb's Breakthrough CBA, or Community Business Academy. I know that's a lot. It's a reason for all those words, I promise, though. Representing entrepreneurs who live, work, raise children, and pay taxes in DeKalb County. I want to emphasize that. Economic development is more than just supporting corporations coming into town, which we need. Amen. But it's also supporting the hardworking taxpayer building a dream beyond the 9 to 5, hoping to achieve self-sufficiency, serve their community, enhance their quality of life, and leave a legacy of hope and means to the next generation. The least we can do as community leaders is to support their journey, and that's what we're doing here this evening. If we can go to the next slide, I'm going to share some information with you just so you all are aware of what we do with the Breakthrough Community Business Academy. Again, I know that's a lot of words, but that's the name of it. It's a 12-week course. No, we're not making it shorter. But it's 12 weeks of entrepreneurs being able to focus on their business in an environment with other entrepreneurs that they may or may not know, but are from their community. I always like to say we focus on the things that are not so creative in the class, because that's what helps our businesses thrive. We like to emphasize getting customers who are actually paying customers. We like to emphasize building profitable businesses, not just fancy things that we own, but things that can turn a profit for ourselves and for our families in the future. So our goal with the 12-week cohort is to make sure that our entrepreneurs are equipped, but that we also create a community. Next slide. So Chad already mentioned this, and I have to say, by the way, because some people, I know we have different backgrounds in the room, so I want to be very clear about this next statement I make. The team with Opportunity DeKalb has supported me immensely in making sure that we have a wonderful cohort, a great experience. I can't thank Chad and the board, especially Glenn. He comes to everything. He's able to play a few different hats. And there's so many of you in the room that I'm so grateful for, because you support what we're doing. I don't feel like I'm doing it on my own at all. I know some people are worried about the Black women who stand up and do stuff. Yes, we're going to go there. I have a lot of support with Opportunity DeKalb. I just want to make that very clear. And so my goal is to make sure we can keep this going and we can get bigger and do even more, because there are more of you, I know, in the room with businesses or business ideas, and we want to support you, okay? I just want to make that very clear. Very clear. I'm very happy to be here today. So we worked with an organization, Chad mentioned, Rising Tide Capital. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it. Next slide. What I will say is that there are some prominent political figures who have already put their stamp of approval on this curriculum. That's why it's very important for us to bring the same curriculum to DeKalb County, because we believe our entrepreneurs deserve a successful curriculum. Does that make sense? Rising Tide has been doing this for over 20 years in other communities around the nation. And Chad worked very hard with the team to bring that concept here to little old DeKalb, Illinois. Good place to clap. So next slide, I'll say next slide. And so what I do like to include is these 12 weeks, these sets of adults here that are graduating today took the time to commit to 12 weeks of a 3-hour class on a Monday night. Sometimes 4, you're right. Sometimes it was 4. Sometimes we got a little busy. But they had homework assignments to turn in and upload. Some of them got rejected. I was not the favorite all the time. But we got it done. This group got it done, and I'm so proud of them, because it wasn't homework to just do homework for homework's sake. It was homework for their business. We want them to see how their business can grow and thrive if they make some adjustments. And so the goal of Rising Tide is to transform lives and communities through entrepreneurship, and they've been doing it for over 20 years. They've empowered, over the 20 years, over 10,000 entrepreneurs in establishing their own businesses across 18 sites nationwide. So we are not alone in this. Next slide. So who is the Breakthrough CBA for? We mentioned this, but I like to give a few more titles so people could make sure they understand who we're talking about when we're saying entrepreneurs. That's startup entrepreneurs, small business owners, home-based 1099 business owners, whether you have a side gig or you call it a side hustle, food trucks, traditional brick and mortar. Some businesses have approached us because they thought, well, I've been in business too long, I probably don't qualify. Not true. You can join us. We've had several entrepreneurs in our cohort that have been in business for 7+ years because they want to learn more about bookkeeping and things like that. They want to make sure that all of their documents are in order. And we also have speakers that come into some of the sessions that are professionals, CPAs and things like that, who can give their expertise. Next slide. Some of the topics, I won't read them all, but they include sales strategy, business planning, financial planning, personal budgeting. Why personal? Because whatever you do with your personal money is probably what you're doing with your business money. So we want to correct it all. Target marketing, a huge one, target customers, bookkeeping, profit and loss analysis, business financing, and intellectual property. Next slide. So here are some numbers for you for fall. Our first cohort, we had 33 DeKalb County residents who showed an interest. 21 attended the informationals, 12 submitted applications, and we had 9 graduates in our fall cohort. 7 of those were DeKalb residents, the city of DeKalb residents, and 2 of those were Sycamore residents. Next slide. For spring, this is our number with our current cohort, 37 DeKalb County residents interested, 20 attended informationals, 18 submitted applications, and you see our 16 graduates here today. Of the 16, 13 were DeKalb City. Oh, you can clap. You can clap. So that means that number almost doubled in just a few months. So that's telling you what we could be doing in DeKalb County with our entrepreneurs, again, who live here, work here, raise their children, and pay taxes here, okay? So 16 graduates we're recognizing today. 13 of those are DeKalb residents. 2 were Sycamore and 1 from Shabana. Next slide. Total, that's 70 DeKalb County residents that showed interest for fall and for spring so far. So those are the ones we've been able to have some sort of contact with, and they've responded back to us to say, yes, I have a business, I'd like support. We have a total of 25 graduates under our belt. I'm so excited. That's 20 City of DeKalb residents, 4 Sycamore residents, and 1 from Shabana. Yes. Next slide, Pastor. So that means we have an 89% graduate rate. And that would really not be possible with a lot of people in this room. The graduates we have today, a lot of them are here because of the graduates we had in the fall. I'm probably going to embarrass this person, but just about everybody knows him. Ike. Yes. He is out there sharing his experience. Ike graduated from our fall, and we can't tell you how many people came up to us because of Ike. Or they came up to us because they saw a flyer and they happened to also know Ike. So, or they know Miss Sheridan as well. So, to that team, man, we gonna figure out some way to thank you for spreading the word. But that's how we've been able to get the word out the most, is by word of mouth. And so, if you know someone with a business, even if you don't think it's a legitimate business yet, we can help with that. So we love to connect with them. Next slide, because we have some amazing partners, as you can see. So this is our partners as of right now. We're going to be making some changes with Breakthrough Business, and I'm pretty sure this little image is going to get a lot smaller because we need your support, and we believe DeKalb County entrepreneurs deserve it. Next slide. So we're going to do something fun. We're going to present our first and second place winners of the executive summary competition. We had 2 winners for the elevator pitch. That was a lot, y'all. The elevator pitch competition was a lot. We're going to figure that out for the next cohort. But we had a lot of fun. So part of the end of the class is also turning in a really comprehensive executive summary. It includes a projection and startup funds. They have to include some numbers. Yes, we had to do a lot of math in this cohort as well. And so we have 2 winners. So we're going to go ahead and announce them. Okay. Next slide. Oh, you got it. No, go back to second. You got it, Pastor. Thank you.
Gip, do you want to come up too? So the executive summary competition, this is where the graduates had to communicate about their business in writing. And we had a panel of individual judges that scored them. So we're here tonight to announce both the second and first place prize. And we're fortunate to be able to provide those winners with some funding to put toward the development of their business. So this is going to come as a surprise. The graduates don't know who the winners are. So we're very pleased to announce the second place winner in the executive summary competition, Fernando Correa. Congratulations. And now for
National let you cash that.
I've got a real check for you in my coat pocket here, so we'll trade you afterward. So for first place in the executive summary competition, Miss April Garner. Congratulations, April. And now I think the moment you've all been waiting for, the presentation of the graduates. So we have certificates for all of our graduates, again, recognizing their dedication and commitment to seeing this experience through, and a next step in the successful development of their business. So we're going to call each of them up individually to get their certificate and take a photo as well. So Danita, I think, has the certificates. So, first one, we have Danielle Castillo from the Ella Nicole Hair Bar. Next, we have Fernando Correa again from FJC Photography. Next, we have Mr. Charles Irvin from Aw My Goodness Catering.
Thank you, boss man. Appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
The next member could not be with us tonight. She had a long-standing commitment where she needed to be out of town. She does have a table out there, so if you didn't get a chance to visit her table, her name is Kathleen Eaton, and she's from Nurse Patient Allies, LLC. So if you get a chance, the table that's closest to the kitchen out there has her information. So look forward to introducing you to Kathy in the future. Our next graduate is Josephine Frazier from Adults Only. Next, we'll call back to the stage April Garner from She Dope Designs, LLC. Next, we have Patrice Hensley from BA and CO Business Clinic. So the next person, we had a second person that was unable to be here, again, due to a long-standing commitment out of town. Thelma Holland from Thelma's Street Treats. Her husband, Devin, is actually here tonight, so we'll get you the certificate for Thelma. He was also kind enough to staff her table tonight, so if you got to visit him, you'll get the chance to do that on the way out. So Devin, thanks for being here. Thelma was an awesome member of the cohort. She actually won the pitch competition, the elevator pitch competition. So, next, Miss Jada Johnson from Creative Creations.
Thank you.
Next, we have Richardson Joseph, Tats by Rick. Next, we have Miss Najima McIntyre, all-purpose cakes and desserts. Next, we have Miss Donetta McNeil, Creative Creation. Next, we have Vanny Sanchez, V&H Paving, Inc. Next, we have Amber Stanley, V&H Paving, Inc. Next, we have India Washington, Dip Sweet, and Created by India. And finally, we have Capricia Williams from Strong One. So, Capricia, if you want to stay up, because we're going to have all the graduates come up now. So we would like to invite all the graduates to come up to get one group photo.
Sure.
So just everybody hang here for a minute. So just a couple quick announcements before we wrap. Thank you all again for attending tonight. I do want to invite you on your way out. You can stay and visit the tables for a little while if you want. I think there's some more treats out there, so if you can get a chance to sample some stuff in particular, please do that. We started a tradition in the fall, and that was we would like to invite everybody from the audience to come up and take one picture with us. So please come on up and join us for one photo.
I just had the slides just to say thank you to creators.
I'm sorry.
That was it. No, that was it. No, I was just going to do it.
Okay.